It's hard to understand what's going on. I mean, I really, one minute you feel like, oh my gosh, this is going to be, now the landslide's going to start. And then there'll be some other weaselly little, sidestep they do. Or you can make a bad decision about a candidate. It's not who you are. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're different. It doesn't mean, the trouble with what's happening right now is these, this administration is a rabid dog, and it's turning us upside down, and all, as far as I'm concerned, it's as obvious as the nose on your face.
Ever seen a rubber-faced comedian turn into a political paintbrush? Jim Carrey's gone from Ace Ventura to Ace Activist, and Trump's his new pet project. Seriously, folks, Carrey's trading in his goofy grins for some serious Trump-bashing art. It's like watching The Mask morph into Banksy, but with more orange paint. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Jim Carrey was just the guy who made funny faces and talked with his butt? Well, folks, times have changed, and our favorite rubber-faced comedian has traded in his goofy grins for a paintbrush. That's right, Carrey's gone full Picasso on Trump's orange mug, and it's causing quite a stir.
You gotta speak, man. This is not a time to clam up, and not a time to get frightened. You have to do what you have to do. This is dire. I just want to express it in a positive way. I want to turn everything painful into art.
You react to the pipe bombs. Are you afraid personally ever?
Apparently, I was threatened on Twitter, so I don't know. I didn't see the thing. I heard there was some severed goat head, and I'll see you soon kind of thing.
But here's the thing, people are actually paying attention. It's like if the class clown suddenly started giving lectures on quantum physics. Carrey's not just slapping paint on canvas, he's slapping Trump with some hard truth. It's political commentary with a side of LOLs, and boy is it spicy. Did you know Carrey's been pumping out these Trump roasts faster than the Donald can tweet? It's like a conveyor belt of sick burns, but with more color and less kafef. Our man Jim isn't pulling any punches either. He's calling Trump a rabid dog and America his chew toy. Ouch! That's gotta hurt more than stepping on a Lego barefoot. No, but wait, there's more. Carrey's not just painting, he's preaching. He's got some serious beef with the political climate, and he's not afraid to let it show. In one of his notable quotes, Carrey said, "It's like a carpet bombing of outrage that's happening now."
Trump is toast.
And so you just kind of digest the news of the day.
It's an affirmation.
I'm glad some good is coming out of this stuff. This is Robert Mueller.
Robert Mueller putting the squeeze on the president. That's Space Force.
That's the Space Force, yeah.
That's the beginning of Space Force. That's right.
Whoa, that's heavy stuff coming from the guy who once played Ace Ventura. Turns out Carrey's art is hitting harder than any of his movie punches. Who knew the guy who made us laugh in Dumb and Dumber could make us think so hard? He's using his creative talents to shine a spotlight on what he sees as the divisive nature of Trump's presidency. It's like he's painting a big, colorful "Wake Up America" sign for all to see. And get this, Carrey's really worried about the impact Trump's presidency is having on future generations. He's concerned that kids are growing up thinking it's okay to lie. That's a pretty serious issue coming from a guy who once played a compulsive liar in Liar Liar. Talk about life imitating art. Well, folks, it's time for the main event. Our favorite tweeter-in-chief has stumbled upon Jim Carrey's latest masterpiece, and boy oh boy, is he not happy. Picture this, Trump probably sitting on his golden throne, scrolling through Twitter when suddenly, bam, he sees Carrey's art staring back at him. And let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight, the reaction, not the art. Now, we all know Trump's skin is about as thick as a piece of wet toilet paper, so naturally he couldn't let this slide. Cue the tweet storm. It's like watching a toddler have a meltdown in the candy aisle, but with more typos and less coherence. Our dear leader, in all his wisdom, decided to grace us with his eloquent thoughts on Jim Carrey.
I can break bread with anybody in this country. I love people in this country. I love the heartland of this country. It has nothing to do with that. These really negative forces like the Steve Bannons of the world are convincing us that we're separate, that we're not the same country, that there's two countries. There's not two countries. It has to do with, it's become obvious that the choice was a bad one. We just need to change it. And if you can't vote for a Democrat, at least let all this flood of information that's so negative.
And by eloquent, I mean he called Carrey a low IQ individual and a bad actor. Pot, meet, kettle. Kettle, meet the guy who thinks cuff-F is a real word. But wait, there's more. Trump's loyal followers, always ready to jump on the hate bandwagon, joined in on the Carrey bashing parade. It's like a MAGA rally in 280 characters or less. The social media environment turned into a virtual sea of red hats, with Trump supporters firing off tweets faster than you can say fake news. Here's where it gets interesting though. All this tweeting and ranting, it's actually doing Carrey a favor. That's right, folks. Trump's furious reaction is turning into free advertising for Carrey's art. Talk about backfiring.
Makes me feel good.
When you were a kid, would you draw caricatures of your friends, etc.?
I did. I drew pictures of my teacher.
Oh, really?
And I don't
How'd
have
that
any of
go
those
over?
with me. She actually stole. Wow, look at this. I can do anything with it. Not working. Oh, they got you coming and going, man. You know what I mean?
That is remarkable, I have to say.
Incredible transformation.
It is an incredible transformation. Who was the teacher
Watch
you drew?
this.
Oh, yeah, all right.
You see, as Trump and his supporters rage on, more and more people are checking out Carrey's work. It's like when your parents tell you not to do something, and suddenly that's all you want to do. Carrey's pieces are being shared far and wide, turning him into a political art sensation overnight. So while Trump thought he was putting Carrey in his place, he actually gave him a boost. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It only makes the flames bigger. Carrey's profile as a political artist is skyrocketing, all thanks to a few angry tweets from the commander in tweet. Well, folks, it looks like Jim Carrey's paintbrush is mightier than Trump's Twitter fingers. Who would have thought that a rubber-faced funny man could become a political powerhouse? But here we are, watching Ace Ventura himself turn the art world into his personal political playground.
That character's called Good Morning Hitler.
This is a bad angle for me. It's just a bad angle for me.
No, you look good. Yeah.
Stay away from this angle right here.
We can swap
Got a
if you
giant
need.
screen there with the worst angle I've ever seen in my life.
Well, yeah,
I get home. Yeah. Phones, I'll be asleep before my head hits the limo seat.
Can I make you more comfortable? Maybe you'd like to lay your head on this phone. Oh, really?
Axes in her head and things like that. Yeah. It's like I hadn't
Did she
learned how to
like
be
that, or-
correct yet. Yeah, she took them all.
Oh, she confiscated them.
And get this, people are actually paying attention. Some eggheads in lab coats did a study and found out that more folks are getting their political fix from artsy posts these days. It's like Carrey's doodles are the new CNN, but with more laughs and fewer commercials. So what's next? Maybe we'll see Bernie Sanders start a TikTok dance trend, or AOC launch a line of snarky t-shirts. In this wacky world of celebrity politics, anything's possible. Just remember, kids, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make a satirical portrait of the president instead. It's way more fun and apparently more effective.